What's up, guys? So I'm here at the good old Walmart and I'm going to show you guys how to shop. So I hear all the time that eating healthy is expensive and tasteless and it's so hard to do. So I'm about to bust every one of those myths for you, so stay tuned. So first of all, one of my first rules is never go shopping hungry. Eat, then go shopping, and it keeps you from buying, stuff like this. That's bad. So second rule, first, perimeter shop. Almost everything you need can be found in the perimeters of the stores. So all this junk in these aisles, like the cereals and all the other stuff, you may need a couple things in there, but you don't need primarily everything from in the aisle. So primarily perimeter shop. So we all know that food falls into three categories: protein, carbohydrates, and fats. So the best thing to do is buy it all as close to the original source as possible. So stay away from the freezer section for right now when it comes to like your chicken. Don't go buy the frozen Tyson or the frozen whatever, this stuff. Stay away from all this stuff and the bagged chicken that's already frozen, and go over to this stuff where it's just raw. So especially if you're on a budget, buy as big a bulk as you can. It usually comes out a lot cheaper. Like this big thing of chicken right here is only like $10, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 big breasts, so that's not bad. So chicken's a good source. If you're gonna go beef, let me walk down here. If you guys are gonna go in the beef, the red meat, get as lean as you can. Try to get as much as you can above 90%, at least 93.7 if you guys are gonna buy beef and red meat. Or if you're gonna get steak, let's see right over here, get as less marbles as you can. So just try to eliminate as much fat off that end as you can. This stuff, that's bad. Don't eat this. It's breaded, it's frozen. All you have to do is throw it in the oven, which means don't do it. If it is like that, where it's already messed with, that's where you're gonna get all your excess sodium, sugar, and processed junk. Just buy it as natural as you can. I'm not saying go all organic or all whatever. If you can, awesome, but if not, that's fine. But just buy it as least played with as possible. Turkeys, like ground turkeys, are another good option. And even still, even though that turkey is a leaner protein when it comes to meat, still get at least above 90%, 93%, 7, lean. So, yep. What I honestly don't understand is how this aisle even exists. The cereal aisle, there's literally maybe 2 boxes of decent cereal in this aisle that is actually okay to eat. Otherwise, everything else is junk. Like, let's see where we got. I guess stuff like Cookie Crisp, Reese's Puffs. Like, that's not breakfast. You can't have that for breakfast. Even a lot of these other healthy cereals are infused with sugar and a bunch of junk, so stay out of this aisle. You guys should be getting a bulk of your groceries in the fresh produce section. All sorts of different stuff. So I'll show you some other good stuff to get. Because when it comes to carbohydrates next, you want to get it as least played with as possible. So stay away from breads and pastas and do more of potatoes and rices. I'll show you. Like right here, this is literally a 10-pound bag of potatoes. It would take you forever to eat those. It's $4. It's technically $3.94. So there's your carbs, for example. One example, and then it's only $4, but there's 10 full pounds of potatoes. So that's one option. Now we're gonna head over to the rice. But guys, the thing you gotta remember is, where's your focus at? Because what happens if you're focusing on, how horrible this is gonna be, or how bland this food's gonna taste, or whatever, then that's what's gonna happen. You guys literally have to focus on, what is the best way to go about this, where I can, get my goals, eat healthy, and look for that, and that's what you're gonna find. But if you're having the worst mindset with all this, then there's no helping you with it when it comes to the food options. All right, guys, next we're talking about rice. So even like a box of rice like this, even just minute rice, just plain bland, normal minute brown rice, this is only a couple bucks, $2, $3, $4, and you're getting about 16 servings, about 16 meals with that. And if you're really worried about spending money on it, you can buy these like 20-pound bags for like $10, and that's a 20-pound bag of rice. So, you know, when it comes to that kind of stuff, it really isn't that expensive, and it's completely healthy. You know, you have your chicken, your beef, your rices, your vegetables, your potatoes, all this stuff, and you can prepare it all different ways. It's just a matter of doing a little bit of research to see what kind of preferences you have, and then look in the mirror and your results are there. This next part right here is where it really gets fun, because you have all these, you know, different foods in your cart now. You have your chicken, you have your rices, you have your potatoes and all that stuff, but now it doesn't taste good. That's everyone's biggest complaint with eating healthy, is it doesn't taste good. But walk over to your season section and find my good friend, Mrs. Dash. When you get the combo seasonings like these, the hard work's already done for you. You don't have to worry about mixing, you know, garlic with paprika, with thyme, and the increments and all this little stuff. Literally find, let's see, you like garlic and herb. Boom, it's done. You literally put this on your chicken. Or you like barbecue. Boom, it's right there. You like pizza. Boom, now your chicken tastes like pizza. They even got like Taco Bell seasoning. If you like Taco Bell like I do, and you want your chicken to taste like Taco Bell, then just go grab the Taco Bell taco seasoning and throw it in your food. It's as simple as that. Like, if you literally look at just the labels on these and can't find one that you want, then you're way too picky. I mean, for real, all these taste awesome, and they'll completely change the way that you cook. It makes eating healthy taste good. It won't be bland ever again. Now next is when you're talking about your oils, like what to cook your foods in and add, like your olive oils and stuff like that. What you really want to stay away from is these big things of canola oil and Crisco and just general vegetable oils. Those are bad. What you want to do is you want your coconut oils. Those are awesome. Your extra, or your organic, whether organic or not, or your coconut oils, your olive oils, that's your darker oils, your extra virgin olive oils. Those are what you want. You want to avoid all these super light oils down here. I mean, a lot of it's kind of common sense. If you can buy this ginormous thing of vegetable oil for like $2.50, but this little bit of olive oil is like $9, it's kind of common sense. So
it's better for you.
It is much. That's right. See, she knows it's much better for you. That's it. It's really not that hard, and you use it sparingly, and that's how it's done. See, there's hope. So as you can see, I did have to go in the aisles, but it's all about being knowledgeable and understanding like what you're looking for. Have a plan of action when you're going into the store to buy these foods, because if you're just kind of wandering aimlessly, you're not gonna benefit very much. So let me show you a few more tricks. One of the biggest misconceptions I see all the time is this section right here. All these fruit juices, just don't even drink them. Like, plain and simple, don't even drink them. Because what happens, it is much better to eat your calories than to drink them. Because even if you have this, just say it's low pulp, simply orange juice. What happens, it is absolutely loaded with sugar. Because you've got, you know, say an 8-ounce glass, which is not very big. Most of us drink way more than 8-ounce glasses when we drink stuff. In an 8-ounce glass, there's 23 grams of sugar. That's like, I'm happy if my meal has 23 grams of protein in it, let alone a little bit of what I'm drinking has 23 grams of sugar, and that's only in 8 ounces. You know, most of the time we go back and refill our drinks, you know, over and over again. So just because it's a fruit juice, it must be natural and healthy, that's not true. Because you know how many oranges you would have to drink in order to get that much orange juice? That's why it'd be much better to actually eat the orange to get those nutrients in, if you like that flavor. Because then you're getting the fiber, you're getting like the membrane and the other vitamins and minerals, and it's way more natural. That is played with like nobody's business, versus if you go out and get an orange and actually have to peel it yourself and then eat it, or make your own orange juice. So stay away from those two. Yeah, this is absolutely ridiculous. All these cereals, man, things keep popping up on my phone. Yeah, this stuff, horrible, absolutely horrible. Don't even feed this to your kids. Like even in this, 15 grams of sugar for just a little tiny serving. All over here, nothing but processed bleached sugar. Bad. Don't even feed that to your kids. Most people feed this stuff to their kids like, oh, it's not for me, it's for my kids. But why are you literally setting your kid up for diabetes? So I mean, it's pretty blunt, but it's plain truth. Pop-Tarts, like literally, that's a dessert. There's no reason at all this should even be in a breakfast. I don't get how it ever even got that far. Cheese. Everyone likes cheese. If you're American, you like cheese. When it comes to cheese, it's kind of, you gotta be careful. It's very processed, but if you're gonna have cheese, your white cheeses are what's best. They're better for you in general. I'm not necessarily a fan of buying low-fat cheese because it's messed with. Your body can handle fat. It's one of our essential macronutrients is fat. So what happens if you buy all this cheese, where cheese is strictly a fat, and you buy zero fat cheese, it's not even food. You gotta be really careful, and because then what happens, then you're getting a bunch of chemicals and a bunch of other junk in your food. So like all these freezer meals, like fish sticks and shrimp and what else, chicken strips and all this stuff. You guys want to stay away from all that too. I mean, literally, if you can, make all your food yourself. Don't go about it buying all the frozen food just because it's quicker and easier. Just because it's quick and easy doesn't mean you should be eating it, because usually that's because there's a shortcut for you, just because it takes 15 minutes less to make because you just pop it in the oven. That doesn't mean it's better for you. It's a lot worse for you. So don't buy the freezer food. These drinks are another one of the things that bug the crap out of me. These naked drinks, these aren't any good either, because even though like, oh, all natural juice, blah blah blah, omega-3s, all this, literally in this one container there's almost 50 grams of sugar. Like that's like a straight up candy bar. You want to avoid things like that. Learn to read labels. That's vital. And I'm not saying go like all organic, because a lot of people can't afford that, or it's a little out of the budget at that moment. But one thing you can do is just be really intelligent about how you buy your regular produce. Don't, like I said, go all organic necessarily, but just be smart with how you buy your stuff. What's it look like? Does it look natural at all? Things like that. Another huge factor you guys want to watch out for is signs like this. It says better for you or healthy or things like that, because the store's got to make their money too, and they want to make you guys think stuff is healthy. So even these like healthy choices are not a good idea. So I'm sorry to bust your bubble, but like say I grab this one for example, this spicy chicken, General Tso's spicy chicken. It still has 11 grams of sugar in this. It's like, where's the sugar gonna come from? It's because it's processed. It doesn't even have like a dessert or anything like that, and it's just processed. So you still got to be careful, because that's still gonna mess with your guys' goals and results. So that's why I'm really not for buying all the frozen freezer meals that you can. Like, I understand, with some people's lives, they need to buy, say, frozen asparagus or frozen green beans, and that's okay, but don't buy your whole frozen meal like that. I see people all the time that think they're eating healthy when they load their grocery cart up with those. So just be careful. Everything just comes down to balance, guys. I mean, live by the 80-20 rule, where you eat 80% clean and healthy and 20% indulge. I mean, you guys don't want to, you don't have to live your whole life without ever having ice cream again or bad food again, but it's whatever you do consistently, because consistency is the teller of everything. Whether you're consistent about saving money, you'll have a good bank account. If you're consistent about eating well, you will show it. If you're consistent about lifting weights properly, you'll get stronger. But you can still, like, this is one of my favorite aisles. Boom, Ben and Jerry's. That's where I like. But I can't have Ben and Jerry's every day. But if one day out of the week I decided to destroy a pint of Ben and Jerry's, it's not going to affect my fat loss. I've been, having my cheat meals and things like that, and you can too. That's just part of it. But they cannot be consistent. Just think, what are you doing consistently? And that just tells everything. So if you guys have any questions about any of this stuff, let me know.